Welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory Update 8 on the experimental branch of the game, running with the Unreal 5 engine. And in this episode, we're going to be diving into our Tier 4 milestones. But before we could do those milestones, we're going to have to get our steel factory up and running. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into it. All right, so the first thing we got to look at when we're getting ready for building our steel factory is, okay, what do we need to build the steel factory? And that's going to be our new foundry that we've got here. So if we're looking at our foundry, we're looking at our recipe steel ingots, what do we need? We're going to need iron ore and coal ore, and 45 of those per minute is what we're going to be able to need to make our steel ingots, which is going to create 45 steel ingots. Okay, so that's not a problem. We need basically, I know we have 120 coal per minute available. It's starting right from there, and we need to bring it down here so that we can use it with our foundries. And now, since we have 120, this is going to be 2 of these. Of course, is going to be 90. What does that leave us? That leaves us 30 left over, so we can actually use 3 of these these foundries. And I don't know if we have the ability. Yeah, we can't underclock these yet, and I might have to go out and get some power slugs to do some research to see when we can start doing underclocking, because we would want to underclock one of these, because obviously this needs to drop by 15 per minute because, well, we only have 120 coal to be able to deal with. But first things first, let's get our coal down here, and then we'll figure out exactly how we want these lined up and where we want them to be set up for building. I have now brought down our coal line. I had to kind of expand things a little bit over here for our lookout tower to kind of make more room for some more conveyors coming through here. So we do have a Mark II conveyor belt bringing 120 items per minute of coal down to where we are going to start our steel factory. And we've got some elevators kind of all set up in here to be able to drop those products down so that we can work with them. And I also did start kind of setting up, because not only do I need the coal, I'm going to need iron ore here as well. And 120 iron ore per minute is what we're going to need. So I have a conveyor here set up that I'm going to be able to use to start bringing in. But I don't know if you remember from a few episodes back, we did find some iron nodes over there that we need to work at combining to get us up to 120 items per minute coming back this way with some ore. So that's what we're going to go work on now. All right, we've made our way down to where we did find those other nodes, and I've gone through and kind of pre-rigged up some power connectors here so that we can get everything built. But since we only need 120 iron ore to kind of begin with here, I'm only going to be kind of focusing on a couple of nodes here to get them merged up and get them working. So if we look at this one here, this is a normal node. If we grab our Mark I miner and place it on here, of course I don't, oh wait, I could probably just build a little shack here. Nope, I think it's the equipment workshop I need. We're gonna build some portable miners. We need a couple of these, because we only need 2, because we're just gonna deal with 2 nodes for right now. We could delete this one, and then we're going to grab our Mark I miner. This is going to go right here. Make sure we put our foundation in. And I believe this one is another normal node. Yes, it is. So we can build one more of these miners right here. Spin that out so it lines up to grid. Done. Okay, now we've got these 2 nodes. These are going to be producing at 60 items per minute. So we could power these up and just get them running right away here. We'll hook it up to this one. And since they're only 60 items per minute, I'm just going to deal with Mark I belts to kind of start off with here. And of course, make sure that they are running straight. And in the center of the foundations. And I'll quickly whip these all down, and then we're going to merge them up top here so that we can get our 120 items per minute heading back towards our steel factory. All right, so we've successfully merged these 2 together. We got Mark I line coming this way, Mark I line coming right out of here. And then we're combining them up here, and then I'm using a Mark II conveyor that's bringing the two of those together that are going to go all the way back to where we're going to build our steel factory. Well, while I'm waiting for the iron to get up there, man, I got beat up trying to go find some power slugs so we could start doing some of that research in the MAM. Ay. Nearly didn't make it out of there alive, but we can head over here now, and if we go to... Is it under alien organisms? No, it's under... power slugs. Here we are. I got a blue one and I found a yellow one, so we can... Oh, wait, no. Let's actually click on this and research properly. It's too bad it consumes the slug. I wish it didn't do that. And then we can do the yellow one. Oh, I can't afford it because I don't have rotors, and I need to go get some rotors, so let's go grab those. Alrighty, I got some rotors. Time for a sip of coffee. And then... we can go to power slugs. We've got this one, start research. There we go. We've analyzed the yellow one, so we need to find a purple one yet. And then overclocking, we need to make a power shard. And then scanning for slugs, I need a bunch of... Oh, this one here I could do. We just need screws and some wire. For scanning, and then what do we need for... overclocking production? We need to make a power shard, and then oh, so we can't actually make the power shard until we find the purple slug, and then we can make the power shard, turn it in with some plate and some wire to be able to get our overclock. And then the whole reason I'm doing this is I want to underclock one of those foundries, so I gotta go try to find a purple power slug, and to do that, we'll get the scanner going. Okie dokie, we got everything we need. Let's come over here to power slugs. We're doing scanning. We got the rods, we got the wire, and we have the screws. So now we can scan for power slugs. Now it's a matter of going on a hunt to go find a purple one. All right, it looks like right above us here is where we are going to find a purple power slug. There's one up on the top of that little peak up there, and it just so we could show the scanner that there is one up there. Do I have the scanner on me? Oh, I haven't made the scanner. I need to make the scanner. I don't have it on me because I don't think it's through... Oh, it's not through this thing. I actually physically have to make that scanner, which I don't know if I have. That's going to be on the equipment workshop. I don't know if I have the materials on me to... Object scanner. Yes, I can. Look at that. We have the object scanner. Okay, let's equip this bad boy. Right there. And I'm hoping that you didn't notice that I tried to put that on my legs, because that didn't work, so... I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. Now we've got to get ourselves up there, which is going to be a little problematic. We're going to start from the side, and we're going to be just using a whole lot of concrete ramps going up to make our way up that way. So let me get myself up to the top of that plateau. Okay, we've made our way up here. We got our long ramp. There it is right there, our purple little sluggy dude. And now I just need to equip the Xeno Basher, because I don't have enough hand slots for everything I'm holding. I thought I had 4. Hold on a second. Tab. Oh, no, I don't. I am missing, so... Alright, Xeno Basher it is. Now, these stupid little zappy bug things. If we rush in on that one, are we going to pop both of them? We popped all 3. Can we get them to close back up, please? We are really, really, really hurting. I need to go find some nuts to eat because I don't have any of the medical stuff built yet. Run away! Run away or we're doomed! I haven't died yet in this playthrough. I'm pretty sure I haven't died yet. So I'm going to run away. I'm going to find some nuts around here so that we can eat, get our health back. While I was out here hunting for some nuts, I did find a little bit of sulfur, but I don't have enough space. We need sulfur so that we can continue with our black powder research. Okay, I ate some. I found like a bacon shroom or whatever they are. And I also... What was that? I heard a noise. Please don't be a monster. And I also ate some nuts. Got my health back up. And I also have room now for this sulfur. So I'm going to grab that because we're going to need that for some of our MAM research. And now we could go head back up over here to try to get that purple. Ooh, let's actually head to the road so that we can follow it. We'll go back up to the top and try to take out the next one of those little bug zapping things. I hate those things. Okay, the bugs did go away and they did close up. Now let's head in here and we're going to take on the next one. I just want to get a little bit higher ground here so that we can jump in on it. That one's done. And we got that one before the bugs came out. Look at that. We survived. Now we just got to build another stupid ramp up to there. And then we get our purple power slug. Number 6. From this angle, right about here should be good. All we got to do is reach it. There we go. Ah, not enough space. What can I get rid of? What do I have on me that I don't need on me right now? Well, let's just waste some nuts. Because we don't need them now that we're alive and healthy. And then I can put the coffee mug back into my hot bar. And now we can get it. Look at that. Yay! Purple power slugs. And then we're going to get rid of all this on the way out of here too. Because I don't want these ramps all floating around here. So they can all go bye-bye. And we could go back to our MAM research. Okay, that's getting to be kind of a long run back. It'll be nice when we get our hypertubes and we can have a hypertube set up between these two locations. But we're back at the MAM research. We're going down to power slugs. We're doing purple. I don't have my modular frames. Son of a... This is where it pays to pay attention to how much of everything you need when you're turning in your MAM research. So now we're here. We are at the... MAM research. Power slugs. Yay! Select it. And now we can make a power shard. What do we need to make the power shard? We just need a slug. And I've got a slug. So let's craft a power shard. That's done. Now we can come back to here and... start research. It consumes our power shard, which really sucks. But now we can underclock that one. And we've now finished our MAM research for power slugs. So we got that all taken care of in one shot here. But the whole reason for that is I wanted to be able to underclock that one foundry. So that it would just do 30 items per minute so that we can balance out our 120 items per minute. Okay, so now that we've got our materials here, let's actually get this configured to the way we want it for building these. So we're going with our foundry, and we are going to rig it up so that they line up here. And of course, Bean, you're in the way. Like, why? Why? Sir, we need to have a heart-to-heart here. You're in the way. And I need to build here. See, I'm glad you saw it my way. You just wander on, carefuler. I mean, there's no railing there. You could fall, and I really don't need occupational health and safety coming over here and saying anything because you fell off the edge. So let's actually put these down now. So, oh, that was dumb. I just took a picture of that. We don't need to take a picture of it. Let's try escapes. Hello. Why is it? The game is like stuck. I can't not be. That was weird. Okay, can I have my HUD back? Let's try this again. And then I hit escape. And then E key. Escape key? What is going on? Why is the game broken? Well, I can place things down. But my HUD is kind of... Okay, I hit escape. There. I've got my HUD back. That was weird. Not entirely sure what I had done there to kind of screw everything up. It was definitely me. And it's because I was in picture mode but still kind of in build mode too. So I'm pretty sure the game just kind of like, whoa, are you taking a picture of yourself building? I don't know. But either way, it's fixed now. We got to go down here with some splitters. And we'll do a row for the bottom first. That's going to take care of this one. And then we need to come up with another one that's like right here as well too. And this is kind of like the second layer. And then, of course, bottom one's for coal and the other one is for iron coming in at the second layer. Actually, you know what? We don't need that one there. We can delete out this. And we can delete out this. Where this might be a problem is this here lines up with that. I'm just not sure if that's not too steep of a ramp in. Oh, it isn't. Perfect. Okay, good. So this will feed this way. That one feeds in there. Feeds in there. So this is bringing our iron line across. Like so. And then this one is going to be bringing our coal. All the way along. Back that up to their center. Back it up to 90 degree in. That's in. That's in. So we've got our materials here. We're setting these to steel ingots. They're not powered yet, so they're not going to actually do anything. But this here, we want to underclock this down to... Actually, if you just click on the number, double click on it, hit 30 per minute, it sets your underclock to the right ratio to get your 30 items per minute. So that's taking care of our underclocking. Now I got to get some power over here. All right, we have brought our power over. Let's go and power up these foundries so that they start cooking away, making our... Well, I guess we're going to get 120 steel per minute out of this. It's kind of the way it's looking. So let's go along here now, and we're going to throw down... You know what? No, we don't need a storage container for steel ingots because we're not actually keeping the steel ingots. They're going to get moved into making other things. So we could just run along here with some conveyor mergers and make sure that everything is all getting fed in. So again, I'm just going to use the Mark II conveyors because they're handy. And eventually it's getting up to 120 items per minute anyway, so we might as well. So this is going to produce our 120 steel ingots per minute now. So what's next? I guess next thing is going to be some constructors. Let's have a look at a couple of constructors here and see kind of how much of everything that we're going to be able to build. So constructors seem to be the tool of choice. Let's put 2 of them down. So the first one we're going to be doing is steel beams. That's going to take 60 per minute. There's half of our steel production just to make 15. And then what's the next one? Steel pipe. That's going to be 30. So we can actually do two constructors making pipe and one constructor making beams off of our current production rate. So let us get that rigged up to exactly how we want that all to fit in here. And I think the way we're going to do that is... Let's go with our constructor, and I think we'll just spin it around this way. Yeah, we'll do 1 constructor here, and then 2 more. Our 3 constructors are there, and then we're just going to need some splitters. I think... Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it this way so it splits. It load balances a little bit better. I'm going to go with the splitter off this. Let's go to logistics here. Actually, I've got it on my hotbar. Splitter. We're coming out this way. And then the next one, I want it right here. I should actually line these up so they work properly. So let's go with a splitter in the middle. And then this one can be actually... split 2 ways, which will be a constructor here and a constructor there. So the reason for that is, okay, let me explain what. We've got 120 items per minute flowing down this way. 60 of it is going to go into here. And I'm just going to use the 120 belt. I don't care. 60 of it's going to go into here and then split 2 ways. So we're going to go... I put these down the wrong way. That's amazing. And is it the same on that one? No, it isn't. Okay, good. So Pat's going to go in there and then there. I thought it was going to totally screw with me and not connect it again. And I'm like, no, that has to be right. And then we can bring this right out to here. And then this should take care of our production for our beams and pipe to start off with. So beams are connected, pipes, they're connected. So that's going to start making beams, and this one is going to be making steel pipes. This one's going to be making steel pipes. Now it's just a matter of getting some logistics hooked up here. So I'm just going to put down a storage container for this and just go straight into this with a storage container. And then these two here need to merge. So I'll just throw, where do I want the merger to be? Where do I want the storage container to be? I guess we could put the storage container right here, if that lined up properly. Which means we can throw our merger right here as well, and then we can just come out of this with our conveyor belt. So Mark 1 conveyor can come along to here, back it up to, and this one feeds. Oh, that is so not right. That was like as crooked as it gets. Let's try that again. Mark 1, give it a 90-degree turn. There we go. And then this comes this way. Oh, it's because I didn't put this in the right spot. Haha. That would be me being a complete dork. Let's line it up in the center properly. That's why it didn't work. I'm like, that should have lined up, but it sure didn't. 1, 2. 90 degrees in, and then we'll just, for future use, mark to it into there. Okay, perfect. We have steel pipe being made. We have steel beams being made. Now we got to have a look at what is going to be required for our 2 milestones to get them finished. I don't know how much of each of those are not 2 milestones. There's a bunch of milestones we got to do. Let's have a look here. So the first one we're going to do is, I think it was the logistics one, where we need 200 beams and 100 pipe. Oh, we're going to be waiting for a while. And then advanced steel production gets us our Mark II miner. Another 200 pipes. We need 300 pipe and 200 beams to do all this. Oy vey. We've got some work to do. Well, actually, we've got some waiting to do for this before we can really advance. And that's really all of this is going to be. The only other production line that we can maybe work on is encased industrial beams. But I'm just trying to think. I don't think we get the recipe until we get advanced steel production done. So we're waiting either way. So, yeah, I guess now we just sit and wait. Okay, so I went to record a section. I didn't have the mic sitting in the right spot. So, just so you know, I did the advanced steel production. It's launched and on its way, and now we can do Mark II miners, encased industrial beam, stators, motors, and automated wire. That footage, I ended up not having any mic audio on it because I moved the mic out of position, and my voice kept cutting in and out because of some of the filters that I had set up in place. So, yeah, that little clip is gone. But that milestone is now completed, and we're waiting for the pod to return. So while we're waiting for the pod to return, we could, let's grab an assembler here. I'm going to throw an assembler on the ground. Have a look at this assembler. Now that we have that tier completed, we can make encased industrial beams. And what is that going to take? That's going to take steel beams and concrete. Well, let's go down to our steel factory and get that built into place. All right. This is what we've built for our encased industrial beams. You come down here. We've got our assembler set up here. It's requiring 24 per minute of steel beams and 30 per minute of concrete. And let's just get a better little view of this. So I kind of relocated a few things here. I moved the pipe storage over to here. So the pipes are now coming along, merging so that they're out of the way and on this side. And then for the steel beam production, it's coming out this way. It hits a splitter here and is filling this container. And then the rest is coming over and going over to this. Now, how much are we actually making? We're only making 15 steel beams per minute. This is a problem. Because this takes 24, as well as half of them are going into here for storage. So this is kind of a little bit of a problem. So what are we going to do? Well, for now, this is going to run hampered. Because once we unlock Mark III logistics, and once we get this at least manufacturing some encased industrial steel beam for us, that means we get Mark II miner upgrades, as well we get Mark III conveyors, which means our base is going to go through another massive upgrade to be able to handle all of the new materials that we're going to be able to get out of our miners. So I'm not as really worried about it right now. It's just going to hamper our initial encased industrial beam production, of which I don't have this getting stored yet. So we should probably think about doing that. And let's just grab a conveyor coming out of this. Right to, let's just bring it out to the center here. And then bring it over to here back. That is so not right. Pay attention to where you're placing things. Right there. Bring it back to, there we go. And in for storage. Okay. So that's now going to store, except for it's not powered at all. So we need to bring some power over to here. And to do that, we're going to just, where does that power line actually come over to? It's this right here. Lines up on that grid line, which is this one. And then I'm actually going to bring it out to the front because it's kind of in the wrong spot right now. Bring it over to here. Power it up. Perfect. This is now making our encased industrial beams, which is exactly what we're going to need for our Mark II conveyors. Now, this doesn't have very much to start with. It's going to be slow going. We're really going to be running this at like 30% efficiency. We have lots of concrete. That's not an issue. How much concrete are we making per minute? Well, maybe we don't have a lot of concrete. 15, 30. No, we're shy on the concrete too because we're splitting it here. So this whole thing is just a hampered mess. It's not making near as much as what it's capable of doing. But that's okay, because once we get everything up and running, this is going to be running significantly smooth. Like, things are just going to start cooking along for us because we'll upgrade the whole factory. So with that said, let's go get our Mark III logistics completed. Okie dokie, pod is returned. Everything's built. We're going to Mark III logistics. We've got, let's select this milestone. We've got some beams. We've got some pipe. We've got some concrete. Launch away. That has completed our Mark III, or sorry, Mark III logistics. Tier 4 milestone is now complete. Now, with that said, it is time for us, if I can get back in the air, to call this episode. This episode is kind of a wrap here. Let's quickly kind of go through what we had accomplished. If we head down over here, we have some foundries making some steel ingots. We're making 120 steel ingots per minute. We're taking half of those steel ingots and they're making beams for us. We're taking the other half of the ingots and they're making pipe for us. The beams and pipes are getting dumped into storage. We're also taking half of the beams that we're making, and that's going into making industrial encased beams. That is going to be able to get us our Mark II conveyors. What else? We completed 2 of the 5 tier 4 milestones. We could complete more if we kind of keep, chipping away at things. But I think this is probably a good point right here to stop. We'll save those for the next episode. What are we looking at next time? Expanded power infrastructure, which gets us the power towers, and also power storage, of which we will make some battery storage. We got hypertubes, so we can go back and forth between that other site that's on the far side of the map there, way off in the distance where we're getting our additional iron ingots from. Because there's still more iron nodes there. There's at least another 2 normal nodes that we can bring over. I think there's 2 copper nodes over there that we can bring over. There is also another conquer or a limestone node we can bring over as we're expanding things out this way. Because we're going to need the materials. Things are going to grow really fast here. What else can we look forward to next time is Milestones. Is the blueprint module as well too, where we'll be able to start building some blueprints. So that's going to be really exciting. Things that are coming. What am I going to do off video? Off video so that you guys aren't watching me build a whole boring processes. I'm going to completely tear down this factory and rebuild it again. So have a quick look at it right now. We'll do a quick little loop. This is what it looks like right now. This is not what it's going to look like for the start of the next episode, because I am going to go through and I'm going to upgrade everything to Mark II miners and Mark III conveyor belts. It's going to take a little bit, so there'll be a little bit of a pause between this episode and the next one because of the amount of materials, the amount of beams that I'm going to need for upgrading to Mark III conveyors. I'm going to need lots. So this system's going to have to run for a while, which is kind of sucky. And we're going to upgrade everything. I'm also probably going to bring our other nodes online as well too, so we have lots of raw materials and lots of things being built here so that we're ready for future expansion. So the Mark II and Mark II miners, Mark III conveyor upgrade is going to happen off video, so that next video we can finish our tier 4 milestones and then start thinking about the phase 2 of the space elevator upgrades. But with that all said, guys, reach down, hit the like button on the video. This video, I dumped my normal video editing software. I have switched to using DaVinci Resolve from using Pinnacle Studio Ultimate. I've been having a lot of issues with Pinnacle Studio, so I'm going to dive in and start playing around with DaVinci Resolve. It seems to be a little bit more feature-rich, even on the free version. So I'm going to be playing around with that a little bit. I've also tweaked my audio again on this one, so please, I'm hoping that my mic is doing a little bit better on this episode. And then, hopefully, me switching to DaVinci Resolve and getting this, once I get the video exported and this one uploaded, that YouTube will stop. I don't know if you've noticed the last couple of videos that I've uploaded. YouTube's doing something with the AV encoded video that I've been putting up that's causing the video to pause and jump and pause and jump. That's not on my local playthrough copy. It's totally smooth. It's something YouTube's doing. So I'm kind of at a loss there as to why it's doing that. So I'm going to be playing around with some of the exports in DaVinci Resolve to hopefully fix that to make a better viewing experience for you guys. With that all said, guys, subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly, actually, you know what? It'd be really efficient of you and very satisfactory of you to go along and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you can be notified when I have uploaded a new video. And we all know how well YouTube notifications are. So follow me on social media at TerrisDWDC, and that's on Instagram and on Twitter. And I'm going to still use the old Twitter icon on this one, but apparently there's a new Twitter logo coming, so that's going to change in the future. Yay, Elon. With that all said, guys, you have yourself a good one, and we'll see you in the next episode. For now. What does Jay say? Vámonos? God, it's going to be sad to see him gone.